Alright, so it's been a week now and I finally got myself the Insta360 Mic Air. And basically in this video I'm just gonna talk about how the mic is for motovlogging. But like as I said, I've had it for a week and I've been testing it out, and I wouldn't say it's like a review, a long-term review, or like a test either. It's just my thoughts on how good it is for motovlogging. So what you're listening to right now is the sound on the Insta360 Mic Air. So I thought, why not make give a real life example while I'm riding so you guys can see how it sounds. And yeah, in the video I'm just going to be talking about the best settings that I use, like in my opinion, and what's the pros and cons of the mic and who's it for, and just overall how good of a mic it is for motovlogging. But yeah, let's get into the video. Alright, so I'm going to start this off by saying why I got the Mic Air. So I recently bought an Insta360 Ace Pro 2 because I wanted to start this motovlog channel. And obviously you've seen my videos, I haven't really had any talking videos, but this is the first one. So yeah, I just needed like a mic, and I have been looking at audio solutions for a while, and obviously as you probably already know, the best option so far for motovlogging is the DJI Mic Mini and the DJI Mic 2. So in terms of motovlogging, I would say those are like the top two options that people usually go for. However, looking at YouTube reviews where people, you know, compare the cameras and different mics, and I feel like, not what I feel like, but the Insta360 Mic Air, sorry, not the Mic Air, the DJI mic, although it can pair through Bluetooth with the Insta360 cameras, the audio wasn't that good. And yeah, you could get it better with a receiver and a wires, but I'll be honest, I just wanted a Bluetooth mic. I just think it's a lot easier to just plug it, to just turn on the mic, stick it in your helmet and record, rather than, you know, setting up all these wires and tape on your helmet. So yeah, that's why I decided to go for the Mic Air. Although the DJI, I would say, is better quality, not crazy difference. Like the Mic Air is still good, but you can hear it right now. You can make your own judgment. But yeah, that's basically why I got the Mic Air. I just think it's a lot easier to have a Bluetooth mic. I feel like, yeah, the lavalier, I don't know what they're called, the lav mics, the ones with the wires, although they sound really good and crisp, I just practically, I mean, some people make it work, but me, I just prefer to have a Bluetooth set up wireless, just plug in, turn on and go. So yeah, that's the reason why I got the mic. Alright, one thing to also note is that the Insta360 Mic Air with Bluetooth is only compatible with the X5 and the Ace Pro 2. So if you're using another Insta360 camera like the Ace or the X4, the X3, then it's not going to work. I believe that if you want to connect it, for example, to like an iPhone or another camera, I believe you can. I'm not entirely sure with the receiver. It's like this plug-in thing, which me personally, I don't really like. Like, I like my action camera to stay how it is. I don't like adding bits and bobs, because then to me it just kind of defeats the whole purpose of having an action cam, if you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's just I don't know if I'm repeating myself, but like that's the main thing I would say is like that I like so far, early thoughts, is the fact that it's very easy, action friendly, and it's a simple setup. I also feel like when you start to interchange between brands, for example using the Insta360 with a DJI, just feel like there's a lot more friction. I feel like when you've got like the same brand working together, Insta360 with Insta360, DJI with DJI, it works out a lot smoother. And in my experience, it has been very, very, very smooth. Like, I have no issues like connecting or pairing it, software, editing, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, overall, I feel like it's, if you have an Insta360, I would personally, in my own opinion, I would choose the Mic Air over a DJI, simply because of that and the fact that I don't need to use wires to get good quality audio. But like I said before, the Insta360 Mic Air is what I'm using right now. Sorry. I find it hard to talk when I'm trying to focus on traffic. I don't know if I should filter or not, but I don't think there's any space. But yeah, what you're listening to right now is the Insta360 Mic Air. It's a live review. It's currently in my chin curtain, and I just attached it to the, it's like a magnetic mount, and it's, I'm gonna have to go forward. It's like a clip which you can also use. And yeah, so what you're hearing right now is a live feed. I'm gonna open the visor so you hear how it sounds. This is how it sounds like with the visor open. And I'll close it in a bit. Let me just see how am I gonna get around here. Let me just fit through. Oh. Come on, come on. Flip's sake. Already bad traffic. But yeah, what you're listening to right now is with the visor open. I don't usually ride with the visor open, but I thought it was just a quick test. I'm gonna close it. Alright, that's the difference in when you close it or open it. I know I shouldn't undertake, but a lot of traffic. Wasn't expecting there to be traffic here. But yeah, that is the sound quality for you. Let me know how you're finding it, if you find it good. Me personally, I think it's quite crisp. I feel like, yeah, the DJI is better when you compare it side by side, but when you buy a camera, the last thing you're going to do is compare two cameras side by side. I just think that's unrealistic. Let me just go. Freaking hell, so much traffic. But no one's going to really compare two mics side by side. I find it so hard to talk while filtering. Oi. I'm not waiting for all of this. Flipping out. It's 2 PM. I thought the roads would have been clear, but yeah, a little cheeky filter in there for you. Alright, and on to my next point. I thought, now I'm waiting here, let me move on. I'm going to talk about the settings that I use. So if you feel like what you're listening to right now is something you like and you would personally use, then feel free to use these settings. So I set the camera to -18 decibels. You can do this, or -18 dB, whatever you want to call it. I usually do this in the camera settings. I'll show you now on the screen. I choose -18 because it's the lowest, and I feel like when you have a mic so close to your mouth, it picks up like a lot of sounds and it can be a bit loud. So I feel like putting it on the lowest gain reduces that, you know, popping and cracks and lips, whatever, breathing sounds, which I don't like. So I feel like for me personally, I use -18 because it's the clearest. So apart from that, I use noise reduction. On the camera, there's like a setting for you to use noise reduction, and I did use it at first, but I prefer using without noise reduction. What you listen to right now is no noise reduction. I feel like when you use noise reduction, what it does, it kind of just processes the voice and it basically removes all the background sound. But I feel like in doing so, it processes it too much that it sounds like boxy or tinny or echoey. I don't know how to explain it, and it didn't even sound bad, to be honest. I liked it, but I prefer the more traffic. I prefer it without the noise reduction. As you can hear now, I just feel like it sounds a lot more natural. You can hear a little bit of wind and what's it called? Come on. See, this is why you get an NMAX, not an XMAX. Look how big his one is. harder to filter. Eee. Let me stay behind the bus. But what was I saying? But yeah, I prefer the noise reduction off, so you can hear right now. You might prefer it on, and then you can increase the noise from the camera later on in editing, which you can do in the Insta360 Studio app. But yeah, what I usually do is I use noise reduction in the camera, in the mic settings, and then when I get into the Insta360 Studio app, what I'll do is I'll just adjust it, because you have this thing called dual track audio, so it records the mic as you're talking as well as the... This is a 30 road, flipping out, I thought it was 20. So you can record two audios at the same time, one from the camera, one from the mic, and then you can adjust it. So me personally, I prefer speed camera. Is it 20 or 30? Oh, it's 30. So what I like to do is adjust it. I prefer, like, I'd say 80% from the mic, 20% from the exterior, or 90-10, just depending on how loud it is or how windy it is. But yeah, that's basically what I personally use. In terms of the actual mic, I use the wind muff on, or the dead cat, whatever you want to call it. It's like the little fluffy grey thing, little fur ball thingy. I put that on. It reduces a lot of wind noise. I feel like that probably has the most impact on wind noise, and I use that while it's in the chin curtain. Another thing I also do is I close the vents. When I first did the test, my vent of my helmet, the air vent, was open, and it let in a lot of wind, and it actually affected the audio a little bit, because the wind, like, reduction processing thingy had to do more work. And as soon as I turned it off, it was like way more smooth. So if you're riding with this, definitely close all the vents on your helmet if you want the crisps the most crisps, I don't know how, the most crisp sound, if you you understand what I'm trying to say. It's telling me to go around this roundabout. I'm just gonna go straight. I don't even know where I'm going, I'm just filming. If any of you don't know, I'm in North London. Sorry if it's a bit cloudy today. This is more like what London summer looks like. Go, go, go. But yeah, that's the settings I use. Oh shoot. Come on, come on, come on. But yeah, that's the settings I use. And if you like what you're hearing, I'm going to list the settings and everything I do on the screen. That's just my opinion, necessarily not going to be the best for you, but that's what you're hearing right now. That's from from my week of testing. That's what I preferred. And yeah, on to the next point. All right, so now I'm gonna go on the pros and cons, what I like, what I dislike, what are the good things and what are not the good things. Or did that make sense? What are not the good things? What, I don't know. First thing I'll say is the mic is tiny. It is like the size of a £1 coin. Very, very, very small. Actually smaller than I thought, if I'm being honest. And because of that, it fits so easy in my helmet, and I can't even notice it's here. Like, obviously I know I'm using it, but I can't feel it. It's not in the way, it's not big, and just, it's a really, really small camera. Smart camera? I can't even talk today. It's a very small mic, sorry. And this is the first time I'm talking while I'm riding, like filming the video, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not struggling, but go on. But it's kind of like hard for me to look at the map, look at the road, and talk at the same time. But I guess I'll get used to it. Let me turn left here. Alright, another pro that I said is that it's wireless. You don't need any wires to set this up. So unlike the lav mics, no wires, you just turn it on, it connects to the camera automatically, and boom, you're good to go. And that's honestly what I like about it. Like, even if the audio was a lot worse, not a lot worse, like still usable but not as good as the other mics, I'll be honest, I will still choose it just because of how easy it is. Like, you can hear right now, like, it's not the best mic in the world, but it's definitely good enough for you to film and people to hear you clearly, as you can hear right now. Otherwise I wouldn't be making this video. I feel like as long as you've got clear audio, you're good to go. Obviously can't be too bad, but yeah, I just love the turn on, connect and go. Now I didn't talk about the price, but I'm in England right now, so we have pounds, so it's £50. I don't know what that is in like US or other countries, like $50, or I don't know what's the equivalent, but I'll probably put it up on the screen, and it's £50. I feel like that's very, very reasonable price considering how easy it is to use and the quality and how it compares to the DJI mics. It comes in a very nice quality little box, which I'll show you now. Like, it comes with a little carrier bag, this little case, this circular case, and the little parts that you need to connect. So I feel like it feels like a premium product, and for the price, I personally would say it's reasonable. The other lav mics that I was looking at, the best wired ones, were about same price, £50, in that range. So I feel like for the same price, to get a Bluetooth mic that connects with your camera just so easy, it's a win-win. Oh, ambulance. Okay, now these things are really loud in person. More filtering. I know it sounds stupid, yeah, but I love it when there's traffic. I just love filtering. Oh, excuse me. I don't know, it's just so much fun. Like, I would hate to ride in a straight line. And just go fast. Like, I think that's so boring. I like twisties and filtering and just, you know, a little challenge. Oh yeah, let me stop waffling. Now I'm going to talk about the cons of the mic, the bad stuff, or the stuff that I don't like as much. Hey, he's going in the cycle lane. Alright, first con I would say, which a lot of people I've seen online have found annoying about the mic, is that when you charge the mic and you basically turn it off from charging, what happens is that I hate being next to lorries, sorry. Whee! Is that when you turn off when you turn off the mic from charging, that it automatically turns on, and then it turns on the camera if it's connected via Bluetooth. Like, once you connect it once for Bluetooth, you don't need to connect it again. So once you turn it on, once you take it off the charging, it just automatically turns on the camera. Now, I clocked this straight away, and what I would do is I'll just, every time I charge the mic, I charge the camera with it. So when I disconnect them both, I can turn them both off. However, if you was like just charging the mic and you had the camera somewhere else, and then you just didn't realize and you forgot to turn off the camera, it would just stay on and drain your battery, and then when you go and film, it would be flat. Now I feel like it's not too big of a problem, it's more like a bug, which I think can be fixed, but I'm not sure. But yeah, just to keep that in mind, it is a bit annoying, but like I said, it's not hard for me to just charge them together and turn them off, and then that's it. But yeah, that's the first con. Second one, which again isn't too bad, is that there's no battery indicator. Like, on the website, I think it advertises, I can't remember if it was 8 or 10 hours but of battery life, but you have no way of telling this until it basically is about to die, and then I think it flashes a different color, I believe I saw in the manual. So if you were like, if your camera was about to like go flat, or even if it was like low but not too low, you wouldn't have any idea of knowing until it gets to a point when it's really bad. I feel like a good solution would be to, like, when you connect it to the camera, to have some sort of like indicator that tells you how many bars you have left, so you can have an idea. But again, it's not too bad of a problem. Like, every time I just use the mic, just go home, plug it into the charger and store it away. But it's more of just a convenience thing rather than a problem. But yeah, that's the second con or thing that I would say people don't like, or I don't like. I don't really have a problem, to be honest, but yeah. Alright, third con again is like the distance of how the range of the camera. I'm not sure how much they advertise it, but people have said that based on what they've used, that the advertised Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Am I going left? I'm just gonna go left because I'm already here. I mean right. But the advertised distance, I feel like people said it's not completely accurate. And when you use the, I hate roads like this, flipping so many junctions and turns, and I've never been here before. But when you use the, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying now. See what I mean? It's just so hard to talk while you ride. I can fit here. Don't cross, don't cross. Thank you. Forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the third con was that third con is that when you basically use the mic, the advertised, when you use the mic, flipping now I can't talk today. When you use the mic, apparently the advertised, oh my god, what am I gonna do? I'll just bust a U in the middle of nowhere. But the advertised distance isn't what they say apparently, and like I've seen people use the camera at like a distance of like 25 feet and like it starts to cut out. Now me personally, I just think that's a bit of a silly thing to complain about, because it is a vlogging mic, and if you're using a phone, if you're using a camera and your mic and you're walking like more than 25 feet away from it, it's not really a vlog then, is it? Like, who's gonna vlog themselves or motovlog and keep the mic and the camera more than what, 1-2 meters apart? Most of the time you're gonna be holding the camera, so I don't really see how that's a problem. Like, maybe the problem I might think is that its advertisement is not accurate, as they may say. So to be honest, they have a point, but like in terms of practicality, action mic, like especially if you're a motovlogger, which is in the case that I'm using it for, like you're not gonna have the mic away from you, so the distance shouldn't matter. As long as it works close range, 10 meters, you should be fine. But yeah, those are the cons of the mic, and yeah, I don't really think they're too bad. I do think the quality could be better in terms of like it sounding a little less, how do I say it, like when you listen to the DJI mics, they sound way more crisp, like clear, like it doesn't sound like it's coming through, not coming through a phone, but like, I don't know if you get what I mean. Like you can hear right now, it doesn't sound as crisp, just that little bit of crispness. And like, come on. And but yeah, just that little bit of crispness I feel like maybe would be better. But apart from that, those are the pros and the cons, I would say, of the Mic Air. Gone. No worries. Overall though, I think it is a good mic. Like it generally surprised me, because when I was looking at reviews, it just seemed like everyone had something bad to say, or like the videos I did watch, the quality wasn't like all good. And I just, now that I've come to the conclusion that people just got the mic, you know, stuck it on themselves and recorded. They didn't really take the time to like go through the settings, try each one, the positioning, and generally find the best audio out of the mic, which is what I did. And I feel like my audio sounds really good, like compared to what, you know, the early things about what people were saying. I was supposed to turn there. But compared to what people were saying, I genuinely think it surprised me and surpassed my expectations. I thought, yeah, it's gonna be all right, not too good audio, but you know, it's usable. But I feel like it's usable and it's really good. It's clear enough to get what you want. And yeah, in a bit I'm gonna go on a faster road so you can see how it sounds like, because I've just been riding on slow roads. It's not fast, but it's 40 miles per hour, so a bit more wind. And I'm gonna open the visor and obviously show you guys how it sounds. But yeah, who is the mic for? I would say if you're an Insta360 user and you have the Ace Pro 2 or the X5, just get it. You could get the DJI, but if you don't want to have all that rubbish with all the wires and receivers and all that connectivity and just extra hassle for no reason, like if you're a motovlogger, you just want the least resistance. Like, well, me personally, when I'm filming, I want the least resistance. I want the easiest path to editing, you know, uploading. Just why make your life harder? And I feel like the audio is good enough to compete with the DJIs. I don't think it's better, but I don't think it's like a lot worse. It's definitely usable, as you can hear. And wait, so I'm gonna go on this road now, and then I'm gonna put the visor up and down, and then you're gonna tell me how that sounds. Well, not gonna tell me, you're gonna see. But yeah, so far, if you're liking the video, don't leave a like, leave a comment. If you have any questions, I want to try and answer all the comments. But yeah, another thing I would say is, like, considering this is Insta360's first mic, I feel like it's actually pretty good. Because if you look at other companies, the first, like, they're probably like already 1, 2, 3, 4 mics in, and as their first mic, I feel like it did a pretty good job of getting good audio. It makes me think, like, in the future when they probably release like a Mic Air 2 or Mic Air 3 or whatever, that the audio would be better and the bugs that we have now will be improved. So I'll definitely look forward to that. Hopefully maybe like a charger indicator, battery indicator, and some sort of fix for this charging bug. But yeah, if you have an Insta360 Ace Pro 2 or a DJI mic, I would just say go for it. Like, I was hesitant and I went for it, and I'm like, oh, flipping out, this surprised me. It's generally really good. I don't really have that much bad stuff to say, and not the bad stuff, but the cons I would say are outweighed by the pros, like 100%. And I genuinely feel like if you are motovlogging, especially like if you're gonna take off your helmet and then you can just use it as a normal mic, not just for motovlogging, I just feel like the quality is really, really good. The noise reduction is really good. I haven't used it in this video, so I can't really show you guys, but it does literally shut out the whole engine noise, the wind, everything. Like, you can just hear my voice. But like, I just chose to turn it off because I just prefer the natural sound. All right, but here we go. Faster road, 40 miles per hour. Oof. All right, how is that sounding? From my test, it sounded the same. Like, obviously it's more windy because it's, you know, 40 miles an hour, but I feel like I can still talk normally and you can still hear me. I'm gonna open the visor now, and you're gonna you're gonna see how that sounds. So visor open. It's also very windy today, so I'm really intrigued to see how this sounds. But this is how it sounds with the visor open on a windy day. And yeah, let me know how that sounds. This is the visor closed, so you get the back-to-back test. And yeah, I feel like that concludes the Mic Air test. Like I said, if you're considering it, go for it. It's a cheap mic and it does a good job. It's practical for Insta360 Ace Pro 2 and X5 owners. Now, if you own a DJI, I would say just stick with the DJI mics. It's a lot easier to, you know, when mics are just the same brand, everything is just integratable, easier, if that's a word. Like, if I had a DJI, I would stick with the DJI mic. I chose the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 because I like the night settings. I film a lot at night, especially in London where it's very cloudy all the time, and I feel like it was the best camera choice. So obviously I'm gonna want the mic to go with it, and I feel like it was a good choice. But yeah, this is my first talking video. Hopefully you guys like the little review of the Mic Air. Why is he so close? I don't know. And yeah, if you like the video, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything, you have any more questions, or you like motovlogging content, you know, I'm starting using my scooter. I'm gonna soon get my motorbike license, get my bike and do it properly. But yeah, if I like to ride around London, share my thoughts, views. Probably gonna do more talking videos now I've got the mic. So yeah, if that's something you like to see and you know you like the content, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, it's the end of the video. I'm out.